भगवद-गीता की श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरों वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So today's verse is chapter 7, text 10. बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिमताम् अस्मि तेजस्विनाम् अहं। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। This time. बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। माताजी। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्विनामहम्। right? Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Okay? Right now, easy. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. You understand? Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Bijam, the seed, mam, me, sarvabhutanam, of all living entities, vidhi, try to understand, partha, O son of Pritha, sanatanam, original, eternal, buddhi, intelligence, buddhimatam, of the intelligent, asmi, I am, teja, prowess, tejasvinam, of the powerful, aham, I am. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. Please repeat. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. Purport. Bijam means seed. Krishna is the seed of everything. There are various living entities, movable and inert. Birds, beasts, men, and many other living creatures are moving living entities. Trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move but only stand. Every entity is contained within the scope of 8,400,000 species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. In all cases, however, the seed of their life is Krishna. As stated in the Vedic literature, Taittiriya Upanishad, Canto 3, Chapter 1, Text 1, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, Brahman, or the Supreme Absolute Truth, is that from which everything is emanating. Krishna is Parabrahman, the Supreme Spirit. Brahman is impersonal and Parabrahman is personal. Impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect that is stated in the Bhagavad-gita, chapter 14, text 27. Brahmano hi pratisthaham. Therefore, originally, Krishna is the source of everything. He is the root. As the root of a tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. This is also confirmed in the Vedic literature called the Katha Upanishad, Canto 2, Chapter 2, Text 13. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman. He is the prime eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities, and He alone is maintaining all life. One cannot do anything without intelligence, and Krishna also says that He is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So this chapter, 7th chapter, Krishna is trying to impress upon us how to realize Him when we cannot see Him. Because in our present state, and with our material senses, we cannot grasp Krishna. It is said in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami says, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavigraham viraya. You take out that verse. No one can understand. See, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavigraham viraya sevam mukhe vijihvado swayameva spuratyadaha. No one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, qualities and pastimes of Sri Krishna through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form, qualities and pastimes of the Lord revealed to him. So he cannot be understood with our material senses or our mind or our intelligence. Here, the stress is on the material senses. Indriya. Indriya means senses. Grahyam means to capture. Na bhave grahyam. So it is not possible to capture Krishna with our senses. Now, higher than the senses is the mind. Now, Brahma Samhita, another Vedic literature, states this. Panthastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayo rathapi manaso munikungavanan sopyasti yaprapadasinya vichintya tattve govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The conditioned souls may try to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead for many billions of years through their mental speculative processes, traveling at the speed of the mind or the wind, but still the absolute truth will remain inconceivable to them because a materialistic person cannot measure the length and breadth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's unlimited existence. So with our senses we cannot capture, with our mind also we cannot capture, with our intelligence. That's why Krishna, another name of Krishna is Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja is another name of Krishna. That means Adhakrita Akshaja Jnanam iti Adhokshaja. Smrita. So it is said that, what is the definition of Adhokshaja? Adhakrita Akshaja Jnanam. One who cannot be subdued by Akshaja Jnanam. Aksha. Aksha means eyes. Akshaja means beginning with the eyes, all our senses. We cannot understand him. Therefore he called Akshaja Jnanam. Another Akshaja Jnanam means just like we say A, B, C, D, A to Z. In Sanskrit language, the first letter, just like in English we have A, in Sanskrit we have A. And in English we have Z as the last one. In Sanskrit we have Sh. So Akshaja. Ja means beginning from. So every word that we may use to describe anything is the building blocks of all these words are the letters, the alphabets. So the alphabets, Akshaja, means any word cannot describe the Supreme Personality of God. That means with any amount of explanations we cannot try to understand. Like these scientists, they create big theses. But with this thesis all we cannot understand like this. It is said nicely. What is that? Nayamatma pravachanena labhya. This is from the Katha Upanishad. In the Mundaka Upanishad and Katha Upanishad it is mentioned. Nayamatma pravachanena labdhyo na medhasa na bahuna shrutena yam evaisha vrinute tena labhyas tasyaisha atma vivrinute tanusvam. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by expert explanations. Explanation means with words. There is akshaja, with all the alphabets. Is not obtained by vast intelligence or even by much hearing. He is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person he manifests his own form. Then why you all are listening here? Why we should read Bhagavad-gita? Why we should come to classes? When we say explanations or hearing, it is by the speculative process. Now here we are sitting and discussing Bhagavad-gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. This is not by our speculations. That's why the Vedas are called Shabda Brahma. They are not Jada Shabda or material sound. Vedo Narayana Sakshat. Vedas are the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharmam tu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. So Bhagavat Pranitam, whatever Krishna is saying, Bhagavan, that is Dharma. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita we have every time Krishna is speaking, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. It means not that anybody with the name of Krishna is speaking, it is Bhagavan who is speaking. That means Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So here what we are discussing is not the speculative explanations that are productions of material minds of philosophers or scientists, but these are actual words of Krishna. So when we repeat those words, they are not material sound vibrations. They are not classified within the Akshaja. They are Shabda Brahma. Shruti. Shruti means to be heard. Vedic literature is to be heard. So first thing, just like any place we go, we first hear about that place. And then we make plans and then we go. If something which we don't know, for example, something is happening in the other room, if there is some sound, then we can gauge, oh, something is happening there. But we may not know what is happening, but something is happening. So first sound, it is said even when we are sleeping, the way, if suppose something is happening, some danger, the best way that a person can be awakened is by sound. Wake up, wake up, wake up. There's danger. So otherwise we are asleep. We don't know. So similarly, in the material existence, we are actually in deep slumber. Although our eyes are so-called open, just like in a dream, we are doing so many things, but actually we are asleep, really. In the dream, we have our eyes wide open and we are doing so many things, but in reality, we are only sleeping. So this waking and sleep, and also dreaming, these three states, Jagaran, Sushupti and Swapna. Jagaran, Swapna and Sushupti. These three states of consciousness that we have, all these three are actually only dreaming. Why we think this is real and that is dreaming? Because this is longer than that. Though that dream in the night maybe lasts for a few seconds or a few minutes, but this dream will last for maybe 80 years, 100 years, after that is finished. Just like we do not remember what happened in our previous life. So many dreams we had, we don't remember. We don't remember our dreams. Similarly, this life that we are so much involved with, it will also be forgotten once we pass the death. And we go to the next dream, and this dream we forget. When we are in a dream, do we remember any of our other dreams? No. Even in our wakeful state, we don't remember many of our dreams. Only very some, very few. But when we are in a dreaming state, we absolutely don't remember any other thing. We are totally engrossed in the dream as if it's reality. And when there is something fearful or something happy, we actually feel it. The feeling is real, but the circumstance is illusory. Similarly, we also feel happiness, sadness, so many things, emotions in this life. All of these are actually dreams. Suppose I am in a dream and I have a problem in that dream. I am in a danger, I am going to die or whatever. Somebody is attacking me or whatever. Now how to save myself from that attack or from death that I am going to face? What is your opinion? How to save ourselves when you are being attacked in the dream? Shouldn't be so long. Wake up. Just wake up. That's it. When you wake up, that's it. Your danger is gone. That's how this material world is. Material existence, we think, everything is very topsy-turvy, everything is very dangerous. But this is all a dream. We need to wake up from this slumber. That's the answer. Not to try to save ourselves from the dream by doing this in the dream. No, that's not. That's another illusion. So our material advancement of civilization today is trying to counteract the miseries of material existence by another measure. Instead of waking up to reality that I am not this body, I am not part of this material world, I am to get out of this. Instead of doing that, instead of waking up, they are trying to adjust things in the dreamland. So just because this is a longer 80 years and that is only a few minutes, we consider this as reality. But comparing our eternal life, the soul is eternal, compared to eternity, even a billion or a trillion years is just like a flash in time. So that is much longer. That is actual reality. Compared to that, this is a dream. And the dream, not just the length of time, but what can we take away from this? Just like we are in a dream, we have become a millionaire. I won a lottery and I am so happy. After I woke up, it's finished. I cannot bring any of that single dollar from the dream back into life. No such thing. So similarly, there is nothing that we can take out of this and So that's why this is a dream. Whereas eternity, eternal life, that is not a dream, reality. So the words that describe Krishna, spoken by Krishna and spoken by the great devotees who have been purified completely by association with Krishna. These words are called Shabda Brahma. They are not ordinary sound. Therefore, Pravachanena, this is called Pravachan. Now this is Pravachan. We are speaking, you are hearing. This is Pravachana. But here it is said, Nayamatma Pravachana Labdha. You cannot understand Krishna by Pravachana. But this Pravachan is not simply some speculative speech. It is a repetition of Krishna's word. So therefore this explanation. Therefore, otherwise, here it is said, Bahuna Shrutena, by much hearing. You see, Shrutena means to hear. By much hearing also you cannot understand Krishna. But then why hearing is considered one of the chief devotional processes? Here we see. Shravanam. First thing is Shravanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 processes of devotional service. You can serve Krishna in these 9 ways. Hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the Lord's lotus feet, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming His servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto Him. In other words, serving Him with the body, mind and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. So why these are recommended then? If after much hearing you cannot understand. So that hearing and this hearing is different. When we hear from pure devotees, evam parampara praptam, Krishna himself said, this knowledge is coming from parampara praptam. Krishna said, I spoke this science to the sun god, Vivaswan, and Vivaswan spoke to Manu. Manu spoke to his son Ikshvaku, and like that it is coming in the Surya Vamsha down. Ramachandra Bhagavan is in that line. And like that the science was coming down and somewhere it got lost. Because, people in this world like to change. The acharyas don't change anything. But people in this world, you tell one story to one person, that story he will tell to another person, he will tell another person. The tenth person has got a totally different story from what the first person has started. That is how the story, gossip starts, rumors start. But when acharyas speak, they don't speak rumors. Absolutely the same knowledge. What Prahlad Maharaj spoke millions of years ago, what Krishna spoke to Arjuna 5,000 years ago, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke 500 years ago, what Srila Prabhupada spoke 40 years ago, there is no change. This is the unique property of the parampara system. That's why Krishna says, receive the knowledge from parampara. Don't receive from some bogus rascal, mudha. Krishna says, use the word mudha, rascal. Fool. So don't hear from some fool and get, clouded. That is called pravachana. Simply some professional speakers speaking about Bhagavad, without any realizations, without any guru. That kind of thing is useless. So anyway, he cannot be understood by any way unless he himself chooses to reveal it to somebody. If Krishna chooses, okay, I want to show myself to this person, he will show. Now here is the catch. Some people challenge. Some people challenge like this. So they say, why you are doing all these things, chanting, waking up in the morning. Actually, I gave this example the other time also. There was one lady who came, I think from Tamil Nadu or something. She came. She was having big argument with us. She was saying, oh, you have all bookish knowledge. You only, whatever you say, you first of all open the book and show. What is this? This is all bookish knowledge. You don't have practical realizations of anything. As for me, I am directly communicating with Krishna. I don't need Bhagavad-gita. What to speak to this kind of people? What to say to this kind of people? He says, I am directly speaking to Krishna. What is the need of Bhagavad-gita? This is all bookish knowledge. You don't have any personal communication. They say like this. So, if the first symptom of a person who is really talking to Krishna will never, insult the Bhagavad-gita like that. Because Krishna and his book and his words, his book, is not different. If somebody has really realized Krishna, he will not put down Bhagavad-gita like that. He will revere Bhagavad-gita as good as Krishna. Abhinnatvam nama namino. Abhinnatva. Krishna, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's dham, the temple, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's service are all on the same spiritual platform. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Purno, Suddho, Nitya, Mukto, Abhinnatvam nama namino. All are spiritual on the same platform, equal to Krishna. You cannot say, oh, Krishna is high and then Bhagavad Gita is something. No, it's Krishna's word. Krishna is personally speaking. And that means she is not talking to Krishna. That itself shows. See, I can claim so many things. It should be tested by the symptoms. Just like I say, I have a fever. I will say I have a fever, no? Anybody would believe, oh, maybe he has a fever. But doctor will first of all check what is temperature, what is going on. The stethoscope will put and see first of all what is going on. Test. There should be some symptoms. He is testing those symptoms, whether he is having all the symptoms that he is claiming to be having. If he has, yes, then he will be diagnosed with fever. So similarly, a person must be diagnosed, not simply accepted or from what he says. Oh, he is seeing Krishna, he says. No, it should be diagnosed. What are the symptoms of a person who is a transcendentalist? Arjuna asked this question twice in the Bhagavad-gita. See this? How he asked, you see, how he asked Krishna. This is the one. Yes. Chapters 2, text 54. Arjuna uvacha sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhi sthasya keshava sthitadi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. You see how he is asking. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak and what is his language? How does he sit and how does he walk?" Why he has to ask this question? Not only here, in the 14th chapter, I don't remember what. What are these? Let's try to check. In 14th chapter. I think in the 14 beginning itself, if I'm not wrong. So anyway, that we can see later. But the point is this: he asked this question, 14th or 18th chapter. He asked this question. I think 14. So I think 14 too. If I'm not wrong. Let's see. Sorry. No. Anyway, the point is this: why is he asking these symptoms? Because in the future, especially Kali Yuga was going to start. This conversation of Arjuna and Krishna happened just at the onset of Kali Yuga, when Dwapara Yuga ended. So, in the Kali Yuga, there will be so many rascals who will say that I am God, or I am a big devotee of God, or I am a big sadhu, I am a big spiritualist, this, that. They will talk and they will wear the saffron cloth and big mala, big beard, and people will tend to believe them. So therefore, that's why Prabhupada's Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, "Sadhu is to be heard. Don't judge the sadhu by seeing the long beard. Oh, he has a longer beard, he is a bigger sadhu. No. How he is speaking, what he is speaking. If he is speaking exactly what Krishna is speaking, then he is sadhu. Otherwise he is asadhu. He is a rascal. He may have the biggest robes, or most colorful robes or whatever, biggest beard, and he may have thousands of followers, millions of followers. It doesn't matter. We don't count by majority vote. No. Krishna, whatever he says, that is true. Even if there is nobody who qualifies like that. That is a symptom. That's how we judge things. Nowadays the thing is, judgment is based on majority vote. Oh, I want my leader. Oh, so they vote. Oh, who? Democracy. They vote. Who wins his leader? No. Krishna is the only leader. There is no other leader. And a representative of Krishna who carries out the order of Krishna, he is a proper ruler. So, the majority should not be considered. Symptoms we have to analyze. So, a really transcendental person, he will have, first thing is, the first qualification of, or a quality of a transcendentalist is that he only speaks about Krishna. Everything related to Krishna. That is a real sadhu. Asadhu is then one who is not interested in Krishna. Daiva, Asura. Those who are godly or those who are demoniac. What is the difference? Vishnu Bhakta Smrito Daiva, Asurastad Vipariya. Vishnu Bhakta or Krishna Bhakta is Daiva or godly. Asurastad Vipariya. You can be a devotee of any other demigod But if you are not devotee of Krishna, that's it, you are Asura. We have examples. Ravana was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Hiranyakashipu was a great devotee of Lord Brahma. So many. Durga also had great devotees who were Asuras. But you will never find a Krishna Bhakta who is an Asura. Because Krishna Bhakta means Sura. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya. Not Asuraya. Surya, the demigods, Devatas, means devotee of Vishnu. They always see the lotus feet of Vishnu. So they will be interested in Vishnu, Krishna, anything about Krishna. They will not say, oh, Bhagavad-gita is bookish knowledge. No. That itself is a symptom of a person who has absolutely no connection with Krishna, who has not established any connection with Krishna, will talk like that. So anyway,
Symptoms of a centralized person.
so this was 520. Na prahrishyet priyam prapya nodvijet prapya chapriyam sitabuddhir asammodo brahmavid brahmani sthita. A person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God, is already situated in transcendence. There are other verses as well. This is called Daivi Sampatti. Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim. These are godly qualities. What are those? Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti Dhanam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyaya Stapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Tyaga Shanti Rapaishanam Daya Bhuteshvalolukam Mardavam Krira Chapalam Teja Kshama Dhriti Saucham Adroho Natimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata. See this. Krishna has listed all the good qualities of a person who is godly, daivim. Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas. You see this? Not that